Alright, so it's really nice outside today, so I am doing my stuff outside because I want to. And like I said, it's very nice. So I'm working on the face, like the mask part of the helmet at the moment. So how I'm going to be doing this is sewing along here. Now my first step is actually, I'm not going to sew along this big long area over here because I don't know if this is the right size yet. So the parts I do know, I will be sewing together. So I will be sewing down here and up here. Yeah, I believe I sewed. Now sewing the bottom. No, I don't want to sew the bottom. I will just be sewing up the top. So that's just this little bit right here. That's just going to give me a little thing so I can put this on and have it hang on the bridge of my nose and get a feel for how far out this area is actually going. But yeah, so I have a bunch of scrap leather down so I don't damage my tools. Alright, so my first step is, where did it go? We're sitting up. Nope, that's a stick. Oh, there it is. Alright, so these are diamond hole punches, not actually made of diamonds, it's just the shape on the ends. It's a diamond shape, but I think these are what I will be using. So, let's see, how far apart? Yeah, these are all the same distance apart. Where's the 3-prong? Should have 3-prong. Oh, that's 4-prong. I thought I had a 3-prong. I must have. No, that's right. They didn't have 3-prong. All right. So, anyways, so what I will be doing is I'm just gonna. Punch that through. So look, see how it went through the other side? That is good. So what we're doing is gonna be, I think it's called a back stitch. So takes 2 needles to do. I don't know if you know what that is. I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of like a back and forth motion is where I assume the name comes from. Sorry, I keep a lot of the stuff in the bags just so I don't lose it, and a lot of the stuff is pointy because it's made to go through cow skin, and I have human skin, which is a lot thicker than cow skin. My dog is very annoying. She does not ever stop barking. Alright, well, so there you have it. That's 3 prongs showing. Alright, so I'm going to put her inside. I will be right back. Alright, so gonna start doing the first few stitches. So got 2 needles here. I've got wax thread because you want your thread to be waxed, and you can either get it normal wax and then normal thread and then wax it yourself, but I bought the wax version because that's easier and it makes more sense. So I have tons of thread, so I'm going to, just to be safe, I'm gonna do a decent length. All right. because I don't want to like start the stitch and realize, oh shoot, I ran out, because that would suck. Okay, so pinching the ends or the end of the thread together because it just makes it easier to go through the eye loop. So I go about an inch through the eyelet, then bring the thread up and push it over the tip of the needle. So like the needle's going through the thread instead of the thread going through the needle. And then you're going to do that a second time. And so when I was learning this, it took me quite a few tries to get this right, because I was just like pulling it straight down. So you gotta like pull on this as you pull, so that you get, I believe I have locked it in. And that's just so it doesn't like come out while you're stitching. Yeah, this should be good enough. The part I hate about this is like just, I hate having the wax on my fingers. It's really just a sensory thing that I don't like. So again, so this is on the same thread. That's how this stitch works. So, and then just gonna do the same thing. Make a little S. Ouch. The great thing about these needles is they are called blunt harness needles, which, you guessed it, means they are blunt and not sharp, so Griffin doesn't have to worry about stabbing himself, because I would. Griffin would. Alright, so actually, I don't know how close this is. I'm gonna move this down, see. Can I get light on this? I wonder, is there a light thing? No. Oh, there is. It's just not bright at all. Okay, lovely. So, alright, turn flash on my phone. So hopefully that makes it easier. Okay, so what I'm doing is putting one through. Oh, so the reason you want wax thread is so that it does not both wear out the thread and the leather. Because you want these stitches you want to last, so you do not want it. Sorry, I moved this out of the view. Alright, so starting it is a little different from how the rest of it looks, and this is like going to be quite the stop and go thing. So pull this one through. So see how they're both on the same side? This is kind of how it starts. So you want to start it with both of them on the same side. And then so you pass this, you do the first one first. So like the closest towards like what the end of your stitching would be. And then, so you do that, and then you pass the second one through that hole, and voila, they are both. It is really tough to do, especially if your fingers are waxy like mine are, so that makes it hard to grip on there. But there you go, nice back stitch right there. So this is just a tiny bit, so I have to take my glasses off for this, so I can't really see what I'm doing with this, but I'm just like testing how it feels. And so it's not going to be like this pointy once I actually once I make it, because what I'm going to do is use water. So the way leather works is weird, kind of like if you were to try and bend wood, you want to soak it thoroughly and then put it in that position and leave it so it dries that way. So I'll be doing that so I can like spread this area out so that my face isn't like turning into a beak, which isn't a bad design, it's just not the one that I'm going for. Whereas like this is like what the design I'm going for is supposed to look like. So it's supposed to fit like this. Shoot, I wish I had a mirror with me so I could see. So this feels right, so I'm going to continue on. And so I'm going to work on making my stitches tighter, but so we're going to go back down here, and before I keep going anymore, I am going to punch the rest of the holes because these are blunt harness needles, so they do not actually puncture anything. I mean, they do if you hit them hard enough. It's just not really what I'm looking for. So didn't go all the way through. That is the issue with doing this all on extra scrap leather, is it's not a solid thing, so putting it through is a pain sometimes. If I had like, oh my gosh, my head was in the way for all of that, I bet. I'm sorry. If I had like all the resources I would like, I would have a wooden bench to do this on, because it would go through the wood, but it wouldn't damage the tools that much. So that's something I've learned. So anyways, continuing along. Oh gosh, my head, yeah, definitely getting in the way. So for this part, I'm gonna just put y'all back up here. Hopefully this is right. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Not all the way through. That should do it though, because it's sticking into the bottom piece. So that those leather bits are there to protect the tips of this from the stone, because that would absolutely destroy it. And I spent an absurd amount of money on tools for this, so I would like to keep them in shape. Oh, here, let's grab this 4-1. So for going around curves like this, you want to do smaller number of prongs, that way you can adjust. And really put that curve in there, make it shine. I don't know, trying to sound artsy things, but just banging on stuff. So, yeah. And so once do this, I'm going to show off yet another skill that I haven't shown off for anything else. Antiquing. It's basically like, it's not dyeing, it's a different thing than that, but it's a similar result. Antiques are just like a different way to do it, and that's how I'm doing it. And I'm going to be doing that on the edges to keep that dark faceplate theme going, because they're very much lighter than the rest of this. So now, ooh, that was a very nice ringing sound that I very much enjoyed. Alright, so doing this. This is gonna be another like phone destroying video, because that handbag making video I made, that took all the storage up on my phone. It was an hour and 20 minutes, and oh boy, yeah. So once I uploaded that to my computer and got that off, I had lots of storage on my phone. Oh shoot, I waited on the surface. Alright, the back still should be in. Ow, I stabbed myself on this. I'm very clumsy. I got a knife over fall, and as within like two seconds of opening it from the package, I had already cut myself on it. Like, I really shouldn't be trusted with sharp things because of how, like, not how much of a menace to everyone else I am, but how much of a danger I am to myself with how clumsy I am. But alright, so see the nice line of holes here, and so the back stitching continues. So I didn't really point out where the holes were. So here you go. Here are the holes. So the back stitching continues, like I just said. I'm repeating myself because I got distracted. All right, so we're gonna go back here. We're gonna put this through. And so you might see me grab my multi-tool. And that will be because I can't keep a strong enough grip on the needle because it's waxed and it's smooth, and my fingers are waxed and kind of smoothish. See, like right there, where is my multi-tool? There it is. So I'll just grab this and just pull it on through. But yeah, so this actually isn't a super long process, and I kind of like how repetitive it is. I've sewn stuff before. There was a time where in Morena's advisory, we were doing a service project where we were cutting out shoe stencils from, sorry I keep moving this, it's just like I'm moving myself. So we were cutting out shoe stencils out of old jeans, and you can't use you can't use pockets to make the shoes for obvious reasons. And so what I had done is I was like, you know what, I like having pockets, so I took a lot of the excess pockets and I made a satchel out of jean pockets and used waistbands for the shoulder strap. One of the weirdest things I've ever done. I still have it. It's in my room. People keep telling me it's cursed, and yes, I know it is. It's just like, it's a fun little thing I did, and I thought it was pretty ingenuitive. It actually holds stuff too, which is nuts. Like, it's not break apart if you put a book in it weak. I can put D&D books in it, and those are heavy. I can put a lot of things in there. But yeah, so that's like my background on sewing. And my background on leather is 0 just this year, and it's great. I've honestly been enjoying this. This is my senior project, and a lot of people have been like complaining about how they've started hating their senior projects, or only just now starting to like it. And I've been enjoying mine the entire time because I think this is something so freaking cool, and I'm really happy with this choice I made. My advisor Ryan gave me the idea to do this because it's like, well, you've got your product itself done, and you're gonna have so much time during the revision process, and we don't know what to do with it. Why not make some more bits? And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. So that's what I'm doing. I spent like 20 to 30 minutes looking at different helmet designs before I settled on something like this. It's really cool. I would show you, except you're my phone, so I can't show it because I'm recording this, but yeah. it was a pretty cool looking design. I took inspiration from it to do this like faceplate thing. And I decided I don't want to do like a full helmet. I want to do, it's going to kind of be like a mask. And I also want to incorporate kind of like a circlet into it. Because I think that's cool as frick. But yeah. Yeah, I'm using my multi-tool way more than I thought I would. Well, than I should. But I anticipated needing to use it this much because when I was learning how to do this, I was having so much trouble because it was waxed and slippery. But yeah. I think I grabbed all the supplies I'm going to need so I can just keep on going with this project bit with just the face bit. And I'll definitely continue to show off the rest of the process of making the helmet mask thing. Helmask, helm, whatever you want to call it. But this is just going to be putting together the faceplate bit and beveling the edges, antiquing them, making everything look nice. Oh my gosh, I got it caught. So smart. Alright. But yeah. So that's what this is. This isn't going to be like the entire thing. This is definitely going to be a multi-part project. Just like the chest plate was. Holy crap, that was fun. Making the designs for it. The design process was actually one of my favorite bits about this because I love sketching out cool little designs for what I think armor would look like. Cool armor that I would design out for characters that I play in D&D. And over the summer I had been sketching out armor bits and stuff because I was bored and trying to work on making humanoid looking things, which, surprise surprise, I still can't do. You want to see that? Not the person to look at for that. But yeah, so I was making armor and then kind of like just kept making designs and stuff for it because I can't draw people, I can draw objects. Yeah, I really enjoy designing like weapons and armor just the way it looks because I am a very fantasy heavy person and I just like making that stuff because why not? Oh, I'm gonna give you a little bit of leather history lesson or leather armor lesson. So leather armor, the first instances of it were not any kind of like they were not made for battle or anything. They were actually meant as travel protection. This was like very, very, very basic stuff where it was just like a sheet of boiled leather that you would wear, and that was it was used to protect you from any like hostile animals, so like predators or minor scrapes and falls. It's just meant to protect you from like small superficial injuries, which back then was life-saving because no medicine and whatnot. I don't remember when this was. It was like in the AD though. It was well before any kind of good medicine. So preventing yourself from getting scratches and cuts in the woods was important. Holy cow, I might have underestimated how much thread I'm gonna need. I'm gonna be super upset if I am short on thread because that's gonna mean I have to take all this thread out and start over. If I do have to do that, I will probably just pause and then cut to when I have finished it because I don't need another crazy long video on my phone. And you don't need to watch me do the same thing again. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this as a senior project, and it's definitely a hobby I'm going to continue to do way afterwards, and not just because I overbought leather and have like 3 dead cows under my bed, which is a reoccurring thing I say, because it's true. I bought way too much leather. What I didn't buy enough of was rivets. Darn rivets. Those are like the little copper bits I've been using to put everything together. Yeah, I kept running out of those. I bought 50. Thought that would be enough. Nope, wasn't. Oh, okay, 100. Nope, that wasn't it either. I'm like, alright, I'll buy 50. I'll buy 50 more again. So, that's a total of 150 right there. And yep, that's right, I ran out again. So, I ordered more, so now I finally have extra rivets, but it's worth it because I'm probably going to continue to mess around and try and make fun stuff. This is also going to take rivets. But over the summer, I'm probably going to continue to make stuff out of leather because I have a lot, and I just enjoy this as a kind of relaxing hobby. Plus Etsy. I can sell stuff on Etsy, pay for college stuff, which would be kind of great because college is expensive as heck. I'm currently like, a lot of what I'm saying is not really relevant to my senior project, but that's okay because I don't care. I'm going to continue rambling on because that's what I'm going to do. So, college, yeah, that's what I was saying. I've currently narrowed it down to 2 colleges. I'm looking at Roger Williams University in Rhode Island. Great, beautiful campus. Even the freshman year dorms, they have beautiful, what's the word? Beach. I forgot beach. Beautiful beach views. The entire campus is on the water. And that's because it's a heavy marine biology science-y institution, but I will be going for education. But yeah, I love that campus. I actually did a shadow day there earlier this month. Took a few classes, loved the people, loved the teachers, loved how it was. I'm upset because I had to leave before I could get a burrito from this really nice looking bistro they had in there. But yeah, and the second college I'm looking at is Plymouth State University in New Hampshire. And I actually haven't gone yet. I will be going this weekend, and that's going to be the first time I'm going to see the campus, because Plymouth State was actually it was like a last minute thing, like, hey, this place kind of seems cool. I'm going to apply there as well. So I applied, and I got accepted. I'm kind of excited because I got accepted into all the schools I applied for. I think it was only like 6 or 7 schools. But I was kind of stoked about that because I thought I was going to get rejected from a lot of them because I didn't think that I was that impressive of a resume, but shout out to my Parker teachers because they 100% carried that with the letters of recommendation. Love you guys. But yeah, so yeah, this over this weekend, where like this past weekend, I went up to check out the University of Maine because that had actually been one of my top choices since I started touring last year. But I actually never seen the education department stuff, and it's kind of like foreshadowing. But I got invited for a accepted students tour specifically for educators. And so I went to check that out because I was kind of stoked. I was like, all right, let's get to see these facilities. They were terrible. Like, it was really upsetting, and it says a lot about our country. The state of the buildings was so upsetting. The education department had been given all of the oldest buildings that had been repurposed. I think they had said 5 or 6 times. They said this like it was a cool thing, and I was like, yeah, that's cool facts and cool knowledge stuff, but really upsetting that every other department has some really snazzy looking buildings and stuff, and the education department gets all the rundown stuff, and that's really upsetting. So I will not be going there because I did not like how those facilities looked, and it made me upset. So, oh wait, this side. Okay, I got lost for a second. So yeah, so instead of being 3 choices, I'm down to 2, and that's kind of exciting and good because we're coming up on the deadlines in like a few weeks. Like the week after April break, I believe is when I have to have made a decision and make a deposit. I should probably figure out like if you get your deposit back when you go, or if like it goes towards your tuition, because like these deposits are expensive. Like I think University of Maine, theirs was like between $800 and $1,000, I think. And I'm just like, yeah, I get that you need to secure that you get some money out of a student if they don't end up going, even though they said they would, but like, holy crap. I really hope it goes towards tuition, because as an education major, I don't get a lot of tuition breaks. It's really annoying. Stuff like engineering, like what one of my cousins is doing, you get tons of tuition breaks and extra scholarship-y stuff, but not education. And because I'm going to be a teacher, we all know that I'm not going to be making absolutely nothing in terms of money, at least for like the first 10 years before I start getting like a little bit more. But yeah, so having really high fees kind of sucks. That was actually one of the reasons I'm not just straight up going to Roger Williams right now, because I'm getting some really good scholarships there, but Plymouth State is almost $10,000 cheaper than Roger Williams, and that's kind of like a huge thing. But like what my mom says is that just because it's cheaper doesn't mean it's right for you. Just to make sure that it's going to be a place where you can see yourself for 4 to 5 years and be able to learn and enjoy, which I think is super cool. Yeah. One of the cool things about Roger Williams, though, is that if you're keeping up a GPA of 3.5 or over, you get a scholarship towards your next year. So you go through your freshman year. I'm sick, I'm not going to run out of thread. You go through your freshman year, end up with over 3.5 GPA. That gives you $1,000 off your sophomore year. Then if you finish your sophomore year with 3.5 GPA again, you're going to get $2,000 off your junior year. Finish your junior year 3.5, you get $3,000 off your senior year. So that's a total, if you keep your grades up, of $6,000 off tuition, which doesn't seem like a lot, but especially for me as an educator, that's going to be very nice. My brother might end up going there, which is going to knock down the price by $4,000, and my sister might go there as well, because she wants to go. She would go be a dance major or minor, because she loves that stuff. My brother singular would be a marine biologist major, because that's the stuff he wants. But yeah, so that could be up to another $8,000 off, which would be absolutely bonkers good. But yeah. Alright, looks like we're coming to the end of sewing this. All right. So I believe I just tie it off. No, I'm being stupid. That's not where you tie it off. My brain is being so small right now. Such a small brain. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push through this one, but only go halfway. I totally forgot this part. That would have been really stupid and really bad, because if I tied it off like that and then cut it, and then it like started breaking, oh my gosh, I would have cried. All right, so then I'm gonna take this and then go back one hole and push it through here. And now I can tie it off from the inside. That would have been such an embarrassing mistake. Okay. And it could have been like a really costly one too. It sounds over dramatic, but like, stuff is expensive and daylight's fading, and I kind of wanted to do my stuff outside today because it is like really nice out. So I'm just gonna like, I don't know how many times I want to do this. Like, I'll do 2 more. Right, I absolutely love this multi-tool. I think I got this last year for Christmas. Amazing gift. I love multi-tools. Alright, so these are done. And voila. So, I'm probably gonna trim this closer in. I'm not trimming because I don't have scissors for that. I end up using a scalpel because I'm weird, or been told it's weird to use a scalpel for this. But alright, so, oh gosh. Alright, so glasses are off, so I can't see. Oh my gosh, everything's moving a lot. Alright, so this is feeling pretty right. Like I said before, I'm gonna have to do the actually I'll just like fold it like this a little bit right now. So I'm just folding it. I realized you couldn't see this, but so I'm just doing a bit of folding so that you can get a feel of how this is. And I just hit myself in my ear, which is painful because there's a zit in my ear, which sucks. Alright, I'm probably going to punch holes in this to make breathing easier, because, like, breathing. I was trying to think of, like, a smart thing to say, but no, because I want to breathe better. Yeah, I will do that. So, yeah, I'm just going to... I don't think... I'll show a little bit of trimming, but I don't want to take too much time with that, so... Unless it might actually go faster, because I just changed out the blade on this, so it should be nice and sharp. Well, it is nice and sharp, but it should make this nice and easy. See, that was... See. So I'm going to be kind of like doing this like I would carve wood. Fun fact, I did do that. I used to do woodworking stuff for a while. I still have a bunch of tools from that, but I didn't pay a lot for those because I got them all at a yard sale, so I don't feel as guilty about not having continued that as a hobby. But yeah, so just curving this, and then I'm going to go from the other way as well because it's uneven at the moment, so, like, see? Yeah. But yeah, I don't feel as guilty about not having continued woodworking, though it was fun. It was, like, very time-consuming, and also, like, I kind of lost motivation to do it for a while. I never got back into it. Yeah, I feel like I'm just carving wood right now. This is exactly what you do for that. Just slowly go back and forth, try and smooth it out. Did go a little shallow over here, which I'm a little upset about, and I was rushing that, and that is a mistake on my part. I was rushing it, and it's not going to look as good as if I hadn't rushed it. And I'm a little upset with myself about that right now. But I think I can just, if I thin everything else out and do it a little more carefully, it won't look too bad. I am worried because I did come really close to hitting the stitches with it, which would have been bad, especially because I'm trying to go. Yeah, that made it look really bad. Oh, that was really close. I was like really close. I might end up having to. I really hope I don't have to redo this. Alright, I'm gonna. So I guess that didn't take as long as I thought it would, but bevel the edges really quick. Love beveling the edges because it's just like sounds nice. Not the word, but like the actual sound of this going through the leather. And the word bevel, yeah, bevels is a nice word. So just gonna bevel these edges. I probably should have beveled before sewing, and like in these areas, but that's something I will remember for the next time I do something like this. This whole project is all about learning, and you can't learn without making mistakes, because you learn from your mistakes. I hope you learn from your mistakes. I'm learning from my mistakes because I'm making lots, and I'm enjoying it because it means I'm learning. Sorry, I'm getting quiet because I'm concentrating. I'm just getting on the ledge. Alright, but, anyways, so you can probably see how much lighter the edges look after I bevel them. It's a cool effect, and I leave it that way on most of my armor. But for this, I want to darken it, which is why I will be using the antique I bought. Oh my gosh, someone let my dog out again, and now I'm upset. She's loud and annoying and barks at everything. And she's probably going to start barking at me because I'm not paying attention to her. My head's probably getting in the way, but I'm sorry. Just gonna bevel the edges. All of my extra leather is going to end up staying under my bed when I move out to college. And then when I come home for the holidays, I'll be like, ooh, sick, I forgot I had leather. Let's do something. Or like, I'll see if my brother will bring some up for me, and I'll like show it to my friends, make stuff. It'd be pretty fun. I could make people wallets and purses for Christmassy stuff. Or I could be cool and make them armor too. It obviously wouldn't be as extensive as the armor I've made myself, but like I could make them bracers, because those are like, I think, the simplest ones. Or I could also do like a helmet mask like this for them, because I think that's cool, and I want to be the cool guy who makes people cool things. I'm a people pleaser. I like it when people enjoy things I give them. I don't know if that's the people pleaser part, but yeah, I cut it very close there. That's upsetting. Alright, hopefully the antique hides it. Hopefully. I'm gonna, oops, I'm falling over, so I'm gonna just scalpel and just go like, I love the sharp scalpels. It just happy brain chemicals, just the way it cuts through things. So I'm gonna use this to kind of like you can't see it. I'm gonna use this to smooth out and make the antique look good. I haven't actually antiqued anything, so this is gonna be a first. Come with these cool I got these cool little things to antique. This is my jar of antiquing stuff, so I'm gonna find out how much it actually. I should test this on something else first. I am learning. I do learn occasionally. Alright, so. Ooh, yeah, that gives it a nice color, but that's gonna need more antique on it. I think these are called daubers. But yeah. That was just a random thought that popped in my head. I really hope doing this antique makes it look nice and in fact does not ruin it. But if it does, you know what? I will be fine because I have so much extra leather. I won't want to, but I will redo this and make a new one. You can't see what I'm doing again because I'm holding it up to myself so I can see. That is my mistake. I realized it, but like it took a bit. Alright, so I got that whole section up, so I think what I would do is then just go like this. Probably should have grabbed like a specific cloth for this, but I think why not? Because like I have leather. And you know what? That looks nice. I'm gonna have to do like more, but like I'll do multiple coats and stuff, but yeah. This looks nice. I'm happy. I'm unbelievably happy with this as a project. Like, I don't know, it just makes me really happy. I enjoy having stuff to do with my hands. I enjoy learning new fun skills, and that's what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna forget there's stuff on my hands and rub it on my pants at some point, and that's gonna make me and my dad very upset because my dad hates it when there's stains on my pants, and I hate it when there's stains on my pants because I have very few comfy pairs of pants that fit me. And so something I could do is I could antique this whole thing, and I don't know. I'm definitely doing the edges though. It might be cool to just do the edges. I'll do just the edges first. Jesus Christ, this dog. And then I'll see how I feel about doing other parts. But when I make the air holes, I think I'm gonna antique those too, because I think that'll look very nice and like make them look better than just holes. Yep, my dog barks a lot. It's annoying. She doesn't know how to stop. Yeah. Okay, so I think I put that on a little too heavy. She's barking at me because she finally realized I'm out here and talking. and that I'm not talking to her. She's very, like, 24/7, pay attention to me all the time, needy. Oh, you know what would be cool? Before I go for, like, the full send and teak the whole thing, I'm gonna see what it looks like with just streaks and stuff, like light streaks, to kind of like give it some more texture. That'd be pretty cool, I think. I don't think that would look bad at all. I think that'd look really nice. I hope what I'm doing is visible. I'm really not good at remembering that you can't see out of my eyes. Only I can. I'm bad at remembering that. And I'm also bad at remembering to explain thought processes in a lot of things. Mostly MST. Sorry. I don't want to show my work. I did it. I got it right. Please just let that be enough. But no. Just gonna put that down for a second and just go over. Sorry, I got distracted. I was listening to the birds, and it's very pretty. That's another reason why I wanted to work outside today, instead of in my dank dungeon basement thing. I like nature a lot. It's nice. I worked at a summer camp the past few years, and it's an Audubon Society, so it's like a national thing. And yeah, it was really fun. I enjoyed working there. It kind of was what made me realize that I wanted to do teaching as a job. I want to teach elementary school education. And working there kind of made me realize that, because a lot of the kids who go there are elementary, though it's like between preschool, and there's only a few groups that are 16 up, or up to 16. But yeah, so it's like right up until high school. Or no, 16 is 16 is in high school. So it's like up until you're a sophomore or junior. But yeah. It was really cool. Yeah. I was a little upset because staffing stuff, they couldn't afford to have the same amount of counselors they had the past year. And they had filled up people with permanent positions. So I wasn't hired again. That would have been my my second year as a senior camp counselor. So I'm a little sad. because I really did enjoy working there, but that's fine. There'll be other opportunities. I plan on applying again next summer, see if I get it, though probably not, because if I don't... Oh, shoot, I got it on my hands more. Though, instead, this year I'm applying to work for the state in a different thing. I'm going to be a lifeguard. It's going to be really good because it pays really well. It's $22 an hour. Nuts, right? Regular work week hours, so like 40 hours a week. Plus you could volunteer, you could do weekend hours too sometimes. And you get paid an extra $3 an hour for every hour you're teaching kids how to swim, which is kind of awesome. So I can continue teaching, and then I can get paid extra for it. Like, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So that's gonna be like really good for me this summer. I'm probably gonna put most of it into paying for college, though, because any amount chipping away at that crippling college student loan debt helps. I think for how I'm gonna do the streaks and stuff, instead of trying to do it with the dauber, I'm gonna use my hand because it's already covered in it, and if I just like touch it, it should just like no, not much. What? Well, my hand's already stained, so just gonna make it worse. No harm. Just putting it on my hand and just rubbing it on. So I'm kind of hoping to give it kind of like a water stained look. So, you know how like stuff looks darker with that in places. I think I used the right word for it. Yeah, doing it with the dauber doesn't look good, so I hope this isn't toxic to put on my hands, but probably not. Griffin will find out the consequences of his actions at a different point. Yeah. This actually, I like how that looks. I like that. I like that kind of like stained look on it. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely like how that looks. That looks nice. I'm kind of excited about how this looks. Do a little more on my hand. Oh, that was a lot more. Get some up here. Just like. Just go. I'm trying to make it asymmetrical and random in the least random way possible. I was considering trying to do like a little handprint, like but my hands are too big and this is too small to do something like that on, but yeah. All right, so this is the final product of the day. I am very happy with this. I love the way it turned out, and I can't wait to continue working on it later. Catch you around. Ka-chow.